This is going to be a product review video.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
This video will not be a vlog, but it will be a product comparison between my old tent, the Salewa Micra II, to the one I just bought and just arrived today, the Naturehike Star River 2. Some of you guys might know I bought this tent about 4 months ago when I started to bikepack, and it cost me quite a bit, about 250 euros, which is what I bought for about 700 lari. And the only reason I bought another tent was because during my usage of this tent here for 4 months, I might have pitched it at the wrong place, which resulted in a lot of holes and underneath the tent, likely caused by ants biting through. So I had no choice. I didn't want to risk bikepacking with holes in my tent floor, so I decided to get a new tent. But it also gives me an opportunity to show you the comparison between this tent that I've been using for 4 months and the new tent that I bought. So this is the new tent that I bought, which is the Naturehike Star River 2, and the good thing is it also comes with a free footprint. And both of them, the free footprint with the tent costs me about 140 USD including shipping. So that is much cheaper than the Micra II that I bought 4 months ago, and we'll see how it compares. I'm not going to go through the specifications and things that you can find online. I'm going to go through the little details that you might not see when you're looking at these products online. So the little features, the little details, things that you don't particularly take notice of when you look at pictures. I'm going to show you that, and maybe you can make a more informed decision on which tent suits you better. So I've pitched both tents, the Naturehike Star River 2 and also the Salewa Micra II. And taking a look at the inner tent, you can see the structure of it is already different. So the Star River 2 has this kind of tripod looking structure on both sides, and also in the middle there's a crossbar to increase the volume of the tent. And for the Salewa, it's just 2 poles that cross each other through the middle. So what's the difference? Micra II feels sturdier. You can see it feels sturdier, and also there's only 2 poles that goes through this fabric, net fabric over here. The good thing is it is sturdy and it's only using 2 poles, so it's very straightforward. The bad thing is if you're gonna pitch a tent for a period of time, it's inevitable that you'll get insects, spiders, bugs going through the netting of the pole, and this may be very difficult to get rid of. If you look here, you can see like some bugs, some webs going through here. Look at that. Look at this. So those are difficult to get rid of. It's almost pointless to get rid of it, so you're gonna have to live with it. For the Naturehike Star River 2, it has that tripod-like structure. It has a crossbar, which means this inner volume is better, but you see it's not as stable. It's strong, but it's just a bit wobbly. I don't think it's a big deal if you pack it down nicely, but it is just being critical about this tent. Apart from the bigger volume, the footprint is also bigger. This Star River 2 actually can fit 2 people, like 2 men. But the Salewa Micra II, I would say 1 comfortable person, or like male and female. Like 2 males would be very squeezy, and it's only like a 15 centimeter difference in width, but it makes quite a big difference. The Naturehike also uses these twist hooks. Let me show you these twist hooks. So just twist it out, twist it on, which makes it very easy to assemble and disassemble this tent. Okay, I also want to talk to you about the material. The Salewa Micra is heavier at 2.6 kilograms. The Star River 2 is about 2 kilograms because the material is different. The Micra 2 is using 210T, 210T polyester, which is heavier for the same waterproofness, and the Star River uses 220D polyester, so it is thinner. You can see it's much flimsier, much thinner, and then this one is kind of more rigid, more kind of robust. The door is also different. The Micra 2 has this door where it is hinged on the left side and you open it around here. I like this design as compared to the Naturehike because what I like to do is I'll just open halfway here like that, and I get like half a door that I can go in and out. So the door doesn't touch the floor, I don't dirty the door, I don't dirty the inside of my tent. So I kind of like this. But one thing I don't like is the Salewa, it doesn't have a place where you can open fully and fold your door out. There's no fasteners around, so you just gotta let the door dangle, kind of like that. So I don't really like this design. And also, the Salewa only has one door. You open this, the other side. For a two-person tent to have one door, it can be quite inconvenient. So for the Star River 2, the door is like an inverted U. This is just here, inverted U, nothing below, so it kind of just drops down, which I don't really like the design. Like I mentioned, like if you open the door kind of flaps outside, and you know, you get soil, you get like sand in your tent, so I don't really like it. And one thing I don't like as well is because the material is a bit flimsier, which means zipping and unzipping is like a two-hand operation, which can be quite inconvenient. Look. Okay, so that was a mission. In any case, because the door is an inverted U, it's very difficult to get in and out. I have to open throughout all the way, or at least 3/4 of the way, to make an entrance or an exit. Otherwise, it's not low enough for me to exit or to enter. But this is kind of the only way I really prefer if the zip goes under and I'm able to do a half open like the one I did in Micra 2. Look at how spacious it is inside. Easily 2 people. So I'm inside my Naturehike Star River 2. There's something I really don't like about the inside of this tent: the lack of storage space. Micra 2 has so much storage space. There's one on top, it has 4 on each side, and over here I can only see 2 small tiny ones, and I mean, I cannot fault them. I mean, it is not an expensive tent, but still I would prefer more storage space. So I'm in my Micra 2, and that is one big storage space on top, 2 storage space there, 2 pockets there, 2 pockets there, and 2 pockets there. So there are a lot of pockets that you can store things, which I really like, and makes it convenient to just pop your phone there, pop your headlights, put your speakers somewhere, put gloves, anything. So I really like the storage spaces. So now with the rainfly on, I got the Star River 2 and Micra 2 behind me. Okay, the Star River 2 is an easy, straight, one line down. One thing I like what Micra 2 did and not what Naturehike has done is that this straight line is difficult if you have both loops down on the pack. Unzipping this will not give you any much access at all. And what Micra 2 has done is they've gone through a round approach. So even if you open it, say if you hook it up this much, You hook it up this much, you open it. You still is be able to get some fresh air, you still able to get out of the tent, go inside the tent, and I find it that really convenient. Well, another thing is the small details. The loops on the Nature Hike are just static loops. They do not stretch. For the Micra II, they opted for a stretchable kind of rubber band piece, which is nicer to stretch. It makes your tent more taut. So that is really kind of nice detail added to it. Last but not least is the ventilation. So the Naturehike Star River 2, the ventilation you can see is cheap, right? Because all they have is a certain lever, like a cheap lever where you can fold in and then Velcro to stick it open. I mean, it works, but it's just not elegant. Salewa opted for some kind of stick that holds the ventilation open in like a round U shape that holds it nicely open, and I think that's a really elegant solution. However, that also makes it a bit more difficult to fold and pack the rainfly top. So there's always like pros and cons to these different designs. So I've shown you both tents, and to me I think both tents are really good, but if you compare it to price point at like 140 euros compared to 250 euros, 100 euros difference, I would have opted for the Naturehike Star River 2, solely because I'm cycling and it is lighter. It gives you a free footprint. An extra footprint for the Salewa Micra II will cost you an additional 60 euros, and the Naturehike is just bigger, lighter. It has all the necessary features that a tent should have. Some things could have been done better, like the opening of the tent and the storage space inside, but it's not that imperative. So for me, that 140 euro for the Naturehike Star River is really good value. But Salewa Micra II, it is a good tent. It's a robust tent. If it weren't for the holes that appeared on the tent floor, I wouldn't have gotten a new tent. The Salewa Micra II is a solid tent, but for the extra 100 euros, I would expect much more. At least give me a footprint. But all in all, I've spent about 4 months in the Salewa Micra II. It's been very comfortable for me. I love the storage space. I think it makes such a huge difference of putting whatever I need to put on top, my clothes and stuff. So I really like in terms of comfort and the elegant solution they provided. So if you have any questions on both tents, let me know, put it in the comments below, and I'll try to answer you as best as I can. But for now, I'm gonna start cycling soon. I'm gonna enjoy my Naturehike Star River too.